All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. I want to give double orders to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom and salute to the hopefully elect, from the least to the greatest. So, I was thinking earlier today while I was at work, and sometimes when I'm like thinking, when I'm stuck on a particular thing, I may go into like a depression mode, so it's not really, good to keep dwelling on something. So I got a practice that I do when I'm going into, when I feel as though I'm going into that state, because all it is just spirits, on you, being in a depressed mindset. But I found something helpful that I do. I often try to revert my mind to thinking about something else instead of being still. And when I learned and when I thought about it, I said, you know what? That's similar to the truth, right? And you can apply that to other things. Like when I was in a school, I learned that water, I was in a pre-apprenticeship program, and I learned that water and electricity is similar, as far as the movement. And then I thought of a scripture that I'm going to get in a little bit dealing with water. Well, I'm going to quote it, but I'm going to still bring it up. This truth is like living waters. See, another way to find purified water is it had to be moving. That you see water coming down from a river and it's getting purified because it's moving, getting rid of all the germs and it's purifying, rolling off the rocks, the nutrients from the rocks, and so on and so on. So I looked this up, right? The similarities between water and electricity. So it says a volume of water is like an amount of charge, right? Hence the reason why they call it a current. When water is flowing, I learned that one of my teachers was like, "Hey, electricity flows just like water," He was Edomite looking, but he might have been a Jake, So I'll read this. It says, a volume of water is like an amount of charge. The amount of water traveling down a river per second is like the current. The height of a waterfall is like the potential difference of voltage. Multiply the amount of water or current by the height, it drops voltage, and you can get power in both cases. So there's electricity in water. There's electricity within our bodies. So being that if you just stuck on the same thing, that's degenerate. You want to keep it moving. Hence the reason that's going to be the name of this video. Keep it moving. I was thinking about the song. This was back in the days. I believe it was the late '80s, early '90s. I remember when I used to I used to be a little kid riding in the car with my parents, and the song kept coming. I forgot who sung it, but it was the song went like this. It was keep on moving, don't stop, no, keep on moving. So that was a popular. It used to come on the radio all the time. I forgot what female sang it or whatever, but one of you brothers, if you brothers hear this video, you might not, you might know it, you might know who sang it and all that. But yeah. So let's read a little bit more on it. So I looked it up. I typed it in. I'm gonna read some more up on it. Hold on. All right. So this is an article, and this is all this off. I didn't do any pre what you call it pre research or whatever. I'm just doing it right on this video. So this the website. It's called Free and Energy. So it says understanding the basics of electricity by thinking of it as water, and that's the same thing my teacher said. You know, so that's what, hence I came up with the video. So it says I'll go down to this electricity 101. It says we believe that electricity exists because the electric. Oh, that's a all right. The electrical companies keep sending us bills for it, but we cannot figure out how it travels inside wires. It says the fundamental laws of electricity are mathematical, complex, but using water as an analogy offers an easy way to gain a basic understanding. So here we go. Electricity 101, voltage, current, and resistance. It says the three most basic components of electricity are voltage, currents, and resistance. And we got a the elder he's electrician or whatever, so he knows a lot of brothers know about electricity. I know my father, he was an electrician, so you know I ain't reading nothing new, but it's just for the sake of the video. So it says voltage is like the pressure that pushes water through the hose. It is measured in volts. Current is like the diameter of the hose. The wider it is, the more water will flow through it. Is measured in amps, I or A. Resistance is like sand in the hose that slow down the water flow. It is measured in R or O's. All right, so it shows you right here. So it says voltage, currents, and resistance are all related. If you change one of them in a circuit, the other will change too. Specifically, voltage is equal to current multiplied by resistance. Thinking about water, if you add sand into the hose and keep the pressure the same, it's like reducing the diameter of the hose, less water will flow. So it's comparing water to electricity. Hence the reason why you have wires for the flow of to keep that current or to keep that flow of electricity. You know, we have plumbing. That's plumbing. You have the hose or the what you call it, the pipes, so the water flow through it. Same thing with the wires, the electricity flow through it. You getting your cable hooked up. There's wires that connect the cable, to the house, and it goes outside, and then it goes all the way all through the currents. So it says how do electricity work in electronic and the grid. So I'm not going to go into all this, but my point was, electric, anything moving is beneficial. See, it has to move, So, if brothers want to read this, I'm sure brothers already. Hey, we got, like I said, the elder of Baltimore. He's an electrician, so he know this. For those brothers that don't know too much, you can go in here and read a little bit about electricity and water. Similar. It's not rocket science, but let's go to the scripture. So I just typed in Bible scriptures on living water, right? So I'm gonna go to the one I always bring out, but it's a few on here that I like. I'll read John 4:14. It says, But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. In a spring of water, that's a river. A spring is a river that flows through a valley. That's what a spring is. So it's moving. Where is that? Where is that of? Here it is. It's John 7:38. It says, He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So I equate that to your thinking. if you're stagnant or if you're dwelling on something, it's best to keep it. It's best to move on, because all that's going to do is hinder you. It could make you depressed, and hence the reason why, sometimes I get into that mood. I'll be thinking about something, and I'm so stuck on it, the way as though I think I go into deeper levels of thinking, and that could bug you out. So you want to just stop thinking about that and keep it moving. If you're thinking about scripts, everything is a balance as well. You know, it was at a point, yeah, you got everything is a balance. You know, you could be doing too much of something. You know, and that's what pushed me to do this video, because I was thinking about something and I kept dwelling on it. It could be anything, but and you could get bugged out about that. Like, the demons could start messing with you. Like, think about how, stuff out of the ordinary. So you want to just keep it, send up a prayer, rebuke that spirit, and start thinking about something else spiritual, something else, because any too much of anything is not good for you. So this truth is like rivers of flowing water. You got to keep it moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop. No. Shalom.